What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and let's get ready to wake up and react to another episode of Parasyte, episode 23. Last time, Migi died, most of him. The 30% of him that was in Shinichi's body is left. This is not gonna work. What the fuck? I'll leave it for the intro, but I'm gonna switch my hair up for the rest of it. I'll have to like put it in a bun or something, I don't know. Anyway. So he decided after staying with this old lady for a few days that he is going to fight off Hirakawa all by himself because he's like, well, who else is gonna do it? I brought him to this village and now he's feeding upon all of these villagers. He feels like it's his fault. It feels like it's his responsibility to take him out, which really, I mean, it isn't. It's no more your responsibility than it is, or than it would be anyone else's. I don't think. I mean, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe like 5%. You did have something to do with going after them. Like their organization. You did help the police. But okay. And you did run here. Oh, so maybe it is kind of your fault. It's your fault that he's here. Well, he decided to chase you, so it's not all your fault. You provoked him, but he didn't have to decide, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna end this. You're the last missing piece, like, once I finish things with you, everything will be settled, blah blah blah. Oh, I know what I meant to do. I meant to be a fighter, blah blah blah. It's kind of both of them, I guess you could say. But still, he's a kid. Come on now. Like, you gotta feel bad for the guy. Like, he doesn't have a parasite anymore, so he's all human. I mean, what's he gonna do against this thing? He's got one arm, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't left-handed, so... oh, that works against him. I don't know, guys. This is just beginning to look like a shit show. Good luck, Shinichi. Fingers crossed for you. But, yeah, other than that, though... and that old lady is so sweet. She, like, prayed to her husband... you know, keep that boy safe. She didn't have to do that. She's too sweet. She's too sweet. I love her. But yeah, anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. The link for that is in the description below, so please check that out and sign up to support the channel. And yeah, other than that, let's jump into the reaction, guys. And if you die, oh well. It ends with you. It doesn't end with you, bro. He just moves on to another victim. He's a fighter. That's what he's meant to do. He'll spend his days fighting. Well, you are the main character, so maybe that's why. Watch it. Just because plot armor. So that's what we saw on the tree. Life and oath? Is that what that said? Hmm. Oh yeah. Maybe. We didn't see what happened. You going for the head? Ooh. Damn. Better come up with one quick. Gotta find a weapon. Yeah, she told him that. I feel like Migi told him to be flexible, or that has come up before somewhere. Maybe it wasn't this show, maybe it was another one, but I feel like I've heard that before. You need a weapon though. Do you have any fire? Flamethrower? It's the closest thing I can think of to. Boy, did he just use his teeth to break wood? Or just to grab it? You're gonna try to go like straight through him? You're gonna like skewer him? You're gonna make a fucking parasite shish kebab? Right through his neck? Damn it. Bro, that should have broken ribs. And damaged organs. Fuck me. Bro, you might die in this fight. Is he in that dirt pile? Or junk pile? Sorry, dirt pile. Trash, yeah. You could find something that could be a weapon in there. And a pile of trash. Oh. Trash along with it. Oh, I'm sorry.
彼は私が実験により作り上げたか弱い仲間の一人ではあるが無敵だ。か弱い？無敵なのにどこがか弱い？まあいい。お前は死んで周りと同じゴミになる。
Emotionally? Maybe? Mentally?
できるだけ多くのことを。
Maybe in like not a physical fight, but like a mental fight? Like get in his head? Oh. Maybe? You could try it. I mean, bullet holes went through, or bullets went through. Why not something else? But you're still going for it, aren't you? It's better than not trying at all. Oh. Oh. Oh, you really pissed him off. Can't he just shift things around now so that won't be a weak spot? Now you'll have to find a new one. So you have to die. Oh? Is that Migi? Is that Migi? Is Migi in there? Did he lie? Migi? Is it gonna absorb it? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Migi! I love
きだな。無駄だ。こちら側に移動する際に重要機関をいくつか引きちぎって完全修復しなければ戦えはしない。
I love you. You're so smart. He's so fucking smart.
反乱だ。
A rebellion.
以外の寄生細胞が本能的に危機を察知し逃げたがっている。
Oh my god, because of you? Because of him, probably.
奴の体内深くに毒物をねじ込んだのは
That rusty metal? That rusty ass tool? Or it could have been covered in some toxic waste of some sort.
食い殺せ。その感情がより集まり増幅し戦いを求め続ける戦闘マシーンが完成した。しかしそれももはや
But that's all he is. His body is not in harmony anymore. See you later. So, real quick, me. I know they're gonna get to it, but it's like, did you absorb, or did you like, did he absorb you, or did you infest him? Or like, infiltrate him, sorry, infest. Parasyte.
実はそれがとても心地よかったんだよ。
Miggy!
眠っていながらも常にい
Don't
ろ
say
んな
that
情
shit
報
to him
が
right now.
心の中を駆け抜けていく感じだ。それがなんとも気分が良くて。
And so why'd you
こ
come
のま
back?
ま無敵生物後藤の一部として生きるのも悪くない気がしていた。
But clearly something happened.
死んだと思ってどれだけ悲しい思いをしたか。
あ、そう。
Miggy! What? You chose to come back to him. Why?
血に招集をかけている。だがあまりに細かく飛び散ったために反応が遅い。
You need to burn them.
やめた。
What?
私にとってみればこいつは同種であり、一時は肉体を共有した仲間だ。私がこいつを殺すということは人間で言うなら殺人にあたる。君に任せるよ。
Oh.
そのナタで露出した内臓を破壊すれば全てが終わる。
俺にやれって。
I still don't understand you, Miggy. Why come back to Shinichi then?
生まれてきたんだ。増えすぎた人間を殺すため、地球を汚した人間を減らすため。確かに人間の出した毒が生き物たちを追い詰めてるのは知っている。これこそそうだ。あれほど強かった後藤が棒切れについていた毒であっけなく。やめる。散々戦ってきて変に思うかもしれないけど、生きる可能性が五分五分なら俺が決めるよりも天に任せる。
You're just gonna leave it up to him. Leave it up to fate.
人間の都合ばかり押し付けたくない。
Oh, wow! I like that. But what about all the people in this village?
人間としてとんでもない罪を犯そうとしているのかもしれない。でも害があるからってその生き物に生きる権利がないっていうのか。人間にとって不都合だとしても地球全体にしてみればむしろ。ごめんよ。君は悪くなんかない。でもごめんよ。
What? Wait. So now you decided to go back and kill him? Why? He put it back.
やったのか、新一。
He did. And he left. Well, you're the powers that be, huh?
帰ろう。
What's the takeaway from this? What's the lesson I'm supposed to learn from this? I gotta think about it. Okay. You know your bitch has got her bubble tea. Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Miggy, I don't know, like, okay, so the whole Earth thing kind of feels like a shoehorn. Very weird. Because I feel like, I mean, they kind of brought it up earlier on, but like barely. They've barely mentioned this whole like pollution thing. It's just, I feel like it's been brought up maybe twice. Right? 2 or 3 times this whole show. And it hasn't been made like this big thing. If this is the message that you're trying to deliver, I feel like you could have done a better job at that. Like, you could have really hammered it home. Like, it just kind of feels like this is the message you wanted to convey. Okay, one of two things. This is the message you've been wanting to convey the whole time. You just didn't do it in a very great way. It was just kind of like you didn't know the best way to go about it. Or this was the message this wasn't the thing you were going for. You really didn't know what the moral of your story was going to be, and then you kind of just figured at the end, well, what can I come up with? Save Mother Earth? I don't know. Fuck it, whatever. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. It feels weirdly like, it just kind of feels like out of nowhere. No offense to the show. But anyway, but the message, let's talk about the message. Regardless of how I feel about how it was written, the show itself, or the theme, the lesson here. Let's talk about it. So the lesson here is what? Humans are killing the planet. Maybe, this is all speculation really, but a super parasite was created to kill humanity, or some of us off at least, so that it would bring balance to the ecosystem. That could be. It certainly could be. We don't know where they came from, and I don't think they're ever going to tell us. I think it's going to kind of be up to the viewer, which is cool. I like that. I don't always like that, but sometimes I do. And this is one of those times. So I'm not saying I do. So okay, so that's the lesson, right? Hiragawa, I think that's his name, or Hitagawa, Hiragawa. I don't know. Whatever. The guy, maybe that was Hirakawa. That's what I was saying in the beginning, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, the politician, the mayor, I think he was the one who was human, who was trying to pass himself off as a parasite. That's how he wanted to identify. He identified more with the parasites than with the humans. He had brought up that, you know, right now the toxic waste that we're dumping is horrible. Like the percentage of it's just extremely high. Like the pollution levels are just really high. Like, we need to get them down. We need to take care of our planet. Blah 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 blah. He's been really pushing that in his campaign. He had a lot of parasites. I shouldn't say all parasites, because this may not be all of them, but he had a lot of parasites backing him up on that. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, they don't know why they're here, why they were created. They kind of had to decide that for themselves, and so some decided, hey, I think this might be our purpose. Like, maybe we are here to save the planet. Look at everything the humans have done, because they come from a very objective perspective, you know, like, I mean, even Migi, like, he came back to Shinichi, but it wasn't from, like, an emotional standpoint. It was more like, oh, well, it was actually really peaceful in there, but, I mean, I just kind of hopped out because there were toxins in that body, and I didn't want to die. It just very, like, driven by, like, a survival instinct. Like, they come from just a really, what would you even call that perspective? Just kind of more primitive? Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, they are very smart. I'm not gonna say, maybe not primitive, but like, Kind of. Like, because really their whole goal, the whole reason that they're alive is basically until, I mean, I think if they lived longer, you can see that it's more than that. Like, Ryoko, how do you say her name? She went by a different name, so that's why I'm saying that. Like, she decided later on, like, oh, maybe I was here to be a mother, but, like, ultimately, at the end of the day, they still, and I think all creatures do, like, they're gonna fight to survive. They want to survive at all costs. They will fight to survive. At least that's something that we all have in common. I don't know, like, but still, I feel like more often than not, they're more concerned with, like, surviving. They don't really get emotionally invested in things, you know? So maybe they're just like, why not help the planet? I mean, we live here, we need to survive, so at the very least, they're coming from that, like, selfish, kind of more basic desire to just survive. I don't think they're like, oh, let's save the planet because we should, because it's a good deed. We should be good people. We should be caring and compassionate. No, it's a selfish. They're coming from a selfish standpoint. They want to survive. That's all that it is. And I think for a lot of humans, that's relatable because I think a lot of us, like what Migi said to Shinichi, I hate humans who brazenly say they're doing things for the earth. They can't feel things. And I think, okay, this is kind of like a stretch, but like maybe the message there was like, I hate humans who say, oh, I'm like doing this for the earth. No, you're doing it for yourself. Don't say you're doing it for the earth like you're doing some like good deed out of the kindness of your heart. You're doing it for you. The earth doesn't feel things, you do. Maybe that's where Migi was coming from. So like I said in my reaction, at the very least we should take care of it because we gotta live here, don't we? We're not that advanced yet where we can go live on Mars. We maybe one day, but that today is not that day. You know what I mean? So like maybe the message really is take care of the earth. And I'm not laughing because that's I find that silly. I don't. I think it is important to take care of the earth. Like for example, today with this bubble tea, I had a wrapper for the straw and I tried putting it in my purse, but it was windy and like as I was trying to put it in my purse, the wind like picked up the wrapper and like blew it away because like I had my arms full, so I just kind of tried to drop it inside. So my purse was like it was zipped open, it was unzipped, and the wind took it, and I literally turned back. I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad about that, but I don't feel like going back to get it. It's getting late and I want to go home and I want to go to the gym. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get in the car. My hands are full. I'd have to set everything down and then go run after it and grab it, and the wind's already like taking it pretty far away. Like it's not worth it. And I felt really bad about that. Like I always yell at my sister like whenever we're out somewhere and like we're eating something and she wants to just like throw her wrappers on the ground outside. I was like, don't do that. Pick that up now. Like why would you do that? That's just laziness. So I do not think it's silly to want to take care of your planet, our planet. But yeah. I don't know why I'm saying but I'm not perfect. Oh yeah, but I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes and I'm still lazy and I could do better. But then he said the whole thing about like let the powers that be decide, right? Circle of life, is that kind of where that's coming from? Like, because at first Shinichi was going to let him live. Like, well, fuck it. It's the ecosystem. It's the circle of life. Like, if he's going to survive. I'll let him. If he has a 50-50 chance, I'm not going to interfere. Let it be. And you get that perspective from Migi, like, well, from a human perspective, if I killed him, it would be murder. So, you know what? I'm just not going to do anything. I'll just leave it up to you, Shinichi. If you want to kill him, go ahead. I don't really have a problem with it. I really kind of don't give a shit. Even though it's weird to me that you don't care. Why would you want to stay with Shinichi? Because, I mean, it's like they made it seem like he cared about him. Like he had this emotional bond with Shinichi last episode. And then it's kind of like they completely... like, it's like they tried to go back to, oh no, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. He just cares about himself and surviving and, like, what's best for him. Well, if you really thought that, why wouldn't you hop out of Shinichi's body, go try to... sorry. go try to like reform with Goto, help him survive, whatever. You said it was a peaceful place to be. You had all this information coming through to you. Like, why choose she? That doesn't make any sense. That I feel like was poor writing, but okay. Yeah, I don't get why he's staying with him. I don't get it. It's weird. Anyway, what else though? But yeah, he said you go what that, and that's weird too. Like all of a sudden now you want to take on like the humans' like moral code. Oh, I don't know. It kind of feels like you were trying to hide behind that. Like you didn't want to kill him because you actually there's a chance like if he survives that you could go back to that like peaceful place. Is that why you didn't want to destroy him? And then that just comes back to being selfish, a selfish perspective. Doing or not doing things because ultimately it will benefit you. Anyway, and then Shinichi, weirdly, he changed his mind. First, he's like, fuck it, you know? If he's got a chance of surviving, let him. Let the earth decide, right? I can respect that. He goes, I can admit that we fuck up this planet. I mean, look what we did. This toxin killed this super parasite. It was its weakness. Insane. Anyway, so then all of a sudden he decides to kill him? Why? Because he feels like... Because he literally went on this whole thing about, like, why should something be destroyed just because it's dangerous to humans? Just because it doesn't benefit humans? Because by that logic, should we kill sharks? Should we kill alligators? Should we kill lions? They're all like different forms of animal life that could kill us, that are a danger to us in certain situations. But we don't. We actually have laws in place to protect them. So why is it different for a parasite? Because they're like actively trying to hurt you? They're like going out of their way to haunt you? I mean, you literally decided by that logic, that's pretty fucked up, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna kill him. And then you flip it around and you change your mind. Nah, he's gotta go. Like, why? Why did you change your mind? Because, is it because of the old lady? Because you cared about her? Did you think, well, if I leave him, he'll eventually kill her? He's killing everyone in this village. Could be that. I think he killed him knowing that it was a selfish thing to do. But also, I mean, Goto wasn't like 100% right. He wasn't just killing humans for food all the time. I mean, sometimes yes. But, I mean, Shinichi, you didn't have to kill him for food. You're killing him for sport. And that's a human thing to do. So, I think maybe Shinichi, he came at it from that, like, a selfish perspective. I mean, it's selfish and it's selfless at the same time, I think. It's selfless because you want to save someone, but it's selfish because the only reason you want to save that person is because you care about them. And you don't want to lose anyone else close to you. You don't want to feel that loss. It's not because you think they deserve to live 100%. Sure, some of it, yeah. But it's not a completely selfless thing to do. And he probably knows that. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I started out in my review kind of like shitting on this episode, but the more I thought about it, there's some depth to it. Wow. I'm actually really happy with this review. Hopefully you guys, hopefully you guys are as well. I don't know, I feel like there's like something in my mouth. Like crumbs, like I ate something, but I didn't. I don't know, anyway. Yeah, so remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. The link for that is in the description below, so please check that out and sign up to support the channel. Whew! I did that all in one breath, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, yeah, I am going to get out of here, guys, and I will catch you in the next reaction.